Okay, so I'm going to do a quick video showing you what would be the best way to study for your lab practical since we're all online now. What you should do is go into your Pearson course, make sure that it's the right one, make sure you're in the lab course. You'll see over here on the left-hand side that there's a study areas. Once you click the study area, then you're going to come over here and click launch the study area. So this is going to pull up a number of different options. You can see here there's lots of different things that you can do within this study area. But let's start right up here. Once you click inside of that box, then you can go to whatever exercise you want. Since we're in the cardiovascular system, let's just scroll on down and let's go to anatomy of the heart. Whenever you're looking at this one, you need to make sure you push go because you see this still has you on exercise number 1. So make sure you click the go button so that you can get to the correct exercise. You can see here this is exercise 35. So there's 2 options that I would like for you guys to make sure you pay attention to. There's this PAL module, which we can come back to that in a minute, or there's the post-lab quiz. If you click on the post-lab quiz, then you have all of the different activities that are within the lab manual, and you can kind of look through these things to get an idea. How do I feel about these questions? Am I able to answer these questions? Do I feel confident in knowing this material? So this may also help you with lecture as well as lab. Now, if we go back to, let's go back to that exercise where we can click inside of the PAL module. Once you go here, then you can see that there is mobile flashcards that are available. You could put those on your smartphone or your tablet, practice those whenever you're out and about, not sitting at your computer. But if you go over here, you can click on the anatomical modules. We're not going to go through the cadaver modules right now, but let's say you're in the anatomical modules. This is fabulous. Go click inside of the cardiovascular system, go to the heart, and now what you see here is you have opportunity for self-review, quiz, and even your own little lab practical. So on the self-review, what you can do is click show labels, and you can determine if you feel comfortable with all of those labels. Of course, there's 13 different pictures. You can scroll through, turn the labels off if you want to. You can hide the labels. That way you can try to label it yourself. Once you feel comfortable in your self-review, then go over into the quiz and they will give you questions that you can answer right here. If you don't like looking at this highlighted portion, you can turn off the highlight and it will show you exactly what it is. So as we're looking at this, let's say we click, if I think it's that, let me check my answer, I'm correct. So it will immediately tell you whether or not you got the correct answer. Now that's a multiple choice. On the lab practical, I'm going to go ahead and go into that. You can see here that you actually have to write it in just as you normally would on any lab practical. So it's telling you to identify the highlighted structures, and this will give you practice with not only writing it out, but also your spelling. I know many of you love that spelling. So if you want to turn off the highlight again, you can do it here too so that you can see what is actually being pointed at on that particular model. Enter your answer in here. Once you've answered all 20 questions, then it will immediately grade it for you and tell you exactly what you got right and what you need to go back and study that you got wrong. So that's just a great way to do those things. If you go back to the anatomical modules, you can see here that we have capability to look at heart, veins, arteries, and then you can go into the lymphatic system. After you feel like you have done everything for the cardiovascular system and the lymphatic system, then you will be ready for the practical.